Class 10th is not hard, but the way students study makes it 10 times harder. So here are a few things I hope that someone would have told me before, because these will make all the difference. First, find and stick with one or two good YouTube channels that you understand from. I've actually made a video about this, and make sure to check it out. I'll put the link in the description. So at the start of the year, everyone finds themselves opening YouTube, searching up a chapter, and then suddenly they have like 6 tabs open, and instead of understanding the concept, they are stuck being confused. One teacher teaches in a good way, the other teaches in a different way. So just stick with one or two good YouTube channels that you understand. So that is really important, because instead of studying, most people just keep juggling between different YouTube channels. Second, understand, don't just memorize. This is really important for especially CBSE students, and this is the major difference between average marks and really good marks. Because when you simply by heart words or simply just memorize them, it works until the question paper decides to become a little creative and your brain just goes blank. But when you understand, even if the question is a little twisted, you can still attempt it and you can still answer the question. So next time you're studying, ask yourself, am I really understanding this, or am I just memorizing words? Third, review your mistakes after every single test. And I know this is the most ignored part, but this is the most important part. You get your paper, you check your marks, you're either happy or annoyed, close it and move on. No, because this paper is literally a cheat code. You can understand where you've lost marks by looking at this paper and analyzing it. So this is really important. First, just take your paper and sit with it for like 10 to 15 minutes. Understand where you've lost marks. Was it a silly mistake, a time issue, or concept confusion? And figure it out, because if you don't figure it out right now, it's going to come back in boards, and that is really annoying. Fourth, solve questions with intention, not just to complete them. In the start of the year, I used to do a lot of questions and I was like, wow, I solved 50 questions today, I'm so productive. But did I actually understand all of them? No, I just used to skim through questions and answers because there was this weird satisfaction of completing a lot of questions. But this is wrong. You have to, doing a few questions with understanding is way better than rushing through 50 questions and still not understanding that. Take your time, think, and struggle a little, because that's where the learning actually happens. Fifth, take your handwriting and presentation very seriously. You don't need the aesthetic, Pinteresty handwriting. It just should be neat and readable, and just do the basic presentation like underlining keywords, draw a line after every answer, draw margins and leave spaces. That's just enough, because at the end of the day, the examiner checks millions of papers and is exhausted. So when he looks at a paper which is neat and pretty, then it automatically creates a better impression of you. Same content, same answer, but better presentation equals better marks. It's that simple. Sixth, be consistent, not motivated, because honestly, motivation is really unreliable. And sometimes you feel like studying, sometimes you feel like opening the book is also a huge task. Because if your study schedule depends upon your motivation, it will also depend upon your moods, and which is really risky. So instead, focus on being consistent, studying for even 2 to 3 hours or 1 to 2 hours a day. Even if it's not perfect, it is way better than random bursts of motivation. And finally, believe in yourself. Yes, this is one of the really basic things, but trust me, a lot of people go into class 10th thinking, I'm not that smart, I'm not a topper, I don't study that well, I can't score much, blah blah blah. Yes, I know that sometimes it happens, and that mindset quietly affects everything. You don't have to suddenly become overconfident, and you don't have to think that, oh my god, I'm a topper, I can do that, I can do this. But just think that if I'm consistent, I can improve, and that will keep you going every single day, even when things feel hard. And lastly, class 10th is not as scary as people make it sound. It just needs the right approach. So study smart, stay consistent, and just don't overcomplicate things. And trust me, you'll look back at the end of the year and feel like, oh yeah, it wasn't that bad as people made it sound. It's pretty easy. So if this video helped you, Please like, share and subscribe, and see you in the next video.